Hello everyone, this is Marcus. We are back for another episode of Yoshi's Online Battles. We're still using Lega's team. The last two episodes were a little bit weird as I got disconnects and random PC shutdowns, but everything should be fine for this episode, so let's see if we can get two nice battles in here. Climbed over the 1700s the last time with a rating, with a record of 16-2, and our first opponent, just a little bit below us in ranking, looks like has a hail team, or at least it has a Bomo Snow, and 3 fire types. So he does have 4 Pokemon weak to water type attacks: an Infernape, Rotom H, Heatran, and Landorus, and then there's a Bomo Snow and a Azumarill. So I will definitely bring Melodic to this battle. Yeah, I don't really know what to expect from this team, to be honest. It doesn't really have like any Trick Room setter or anything, so like no speed control. I mean, maybe the Rotom has like Electro Web or Thunder Wave or something like that, but yeah, maybe he's just like very fast with like Infernape and Choice Scarf something. The only mon that can Mega Evolve is that Abomasnow, Snow, so I'm guessing that is, yeah, the Mega. Difficult to figure out the theme of this team. I also think that my own Rotom H is doing a fantastic job here. So, yeah, we could lead with Rotom and Melodic. What could he do against that? Yeah, I gotta check that Azumarill, but he doesn't have any redirection, so it's not as threatening as it would be otherwise. As for my Mega, tough call. I think Kangaskhan is probably the more solid mon. And as long as I can get rid of that Infernape, it should like do major damage to anything basically. So I want to get rid of that Infernape as soon as possible. And I think I'll lead with Melodic and Rotom. And then have Kangaskhan and Aegislash in the back. Aegislash is a little bit wacky, I would say. But I feel like I probably need it. Or do I take... Yeah, you know what? I'll go with Draken over Aegislash. I wanted the Aegislash in the first place to like have a solid way to beat that Abomasnow if it should be Choice Scarf. But you know what? Yeah, I guess it has to be Mega, you know. So I guess we can bench Aegislash versus those 3 fire types. Opponent leads here with Landorus and Melodic, which is pretty nice since with Landorus and Rotom, which is pretty nice since we'll of course get that competitive boost. However, that also makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable because, yeah, leading Lando and Rotom straight into a Melodic, maybe he's got a plan. However, we do have the Wakenberry that he doesn't know about, so I doubt that he can KO us easily. Yeah, I'm still a little bit, I don't know, suspicious about the situation though. So maybe we just protect and try to get a Will-O-Wisp onto that Landorus. Since I don't think there's like, even if he switches into Heatran for example, I can just, yeah, have my Melodic on the field against that, and let's see what he does. Okay, he just goes for a Rock Slide, so probably just hoping for the flinches. Let's see if we can get the Will-O-Wisp through the Rock Slide and, yeah, hit. Our Rotom is faster and the Will-O-Wisp connects, nice. So his Rotom probably just going for a Thunderbolt, I would guess. Ooh, Discharge, okay. Makes sense again, I guess, with the Landorus next to it. However, he didn't really have any other ground type, but gets the critical hit. However, that, yeah, I don't think that matters too much. So next turn, I could go for a KO here with Icy Wind. I could also try to slow him down though with. I could either slow him down with Icy Wind or just straight up Scald the Rotom. Yeah, Discharge is always something you don't want to deal with. However, our Rock Slide is on the same page, really. I think I'll go for the Scald, though. Yeah, because Landorus, I mean, it's burned. It'll probably just go for more flinches with Rock Slide, but that won't damage our Melodic too much. Yeah, it just goes for the Rock Slide. And Melodic avoids the attack. Ooh, and we're actually faster than the Rotom. So, oh, barely doesn't pick up the KO, so I'm guessing that has to be Assault with Rotom. Since, yeah, Melodic is modest. Or he's like, maybe he's very Spadef bulky. And no para, which is great. So that means this turn I can just go for Icy Wind and get 2 KOs as long as I hit. I'm debating whether to stay in with Rotom or to switch into Kangaskhan. But yeah, if I switch into Kangaskhan and Melodic flinches or Icy Wind avoids his Rotom, that would be pretty bad. So yeah, okay, we avoid the Rock Slide here. So I'll just stay in with Rotom, and even if he hit me, just gets like an extra chance to hit that Rotom. So I'm still a little bit curious about what his team was all about. As it looks like we have a good chance to just sweep him right here. He didn't really prepare the field for anything. I mean, maybe his plan is to just spread para with his Rotom. I guess that is his form of speed control then, to just spam Discharge and hope to, yeah, get some paras. He has Infernape in the back. Okay. And a Zoomerus, so he didn't even bring his Abomasnow. Yeah, once again, I don't really know what this team is about. I'm guessing he could try to go for a Valley Drum right now. I could Toxic the Azumarill and hope for, yeah, that I'm able to just stall it out. However, I think I just want to get rid of that Infernape, really. Yeah, I think going for an Icy Wind so that I can outspeed it with Kangaskhan is my best option. I could switch Rotom into Kangaskhan right here. However, yeah, expecting the Fake Out, which he also throws out. However, I don't want to risk too much here, and oh, he doesn't even have the Focus Sash on Infernape, so I just could have gone for a Scald. But I thought it would be Sash, so I went for Icy Wind, so my Kangaskhan could outspeed it. Life Orb makes a little bit of sense. I mean, he has a Abomasnow on his team, so he has Hail, and he doesn't even go for the Belly Drum. Just takes out the Melodic, and now we can go into anything, really. I guess we'll go into Terrakion. I'm guessing he'll just Protect and Aqua Jet next turn. Yeah, going into Terrakion, close combating the Infernape and Thunderbolting the Azumarill is probably the safest play right here. Or I could even go for an Earthquake, you know? Earthquake, also something that is not too common on Terrakion, I guess. Okay, he doesn't even go for the Aqua Jet after all. So I don't really know what that guy or that team was about. Yeah, I think Lega chose Earthquake just to have another spread move, as he likes to like put himself into positions where he has Terrakion next to Salamence, and then spamming Rock Slide and Hyper Voice or Earthquake and Hyper Voice is pretty nice. Also, Earthquake gives Terrakion something to at least hit Aegislash, especially if they don't have White Guard, and yeah, I don't know, like just another spread move so you can pick up KOs, and it's also a spread move that always hits, so doesn't have the drawback of Rock Slide, which can obviously miss. So I guess we just got another victory here. I'm not really sure once again what his team was about, but yeah, there are those battles. Maybe he would have been like, his team would have been super strong against other teams. A record 17 wins and 2 losses, pretty nice at this point. Yeah, I'm interested in seeing how far we can climb with this team, as I'm not really sure if we could like keep up with the top Japanese players in their teams. Oh, and we find Keyboardum from Italy, someone I played multiple times on Showdown, I guess. Yeah, and he has a very similar team with Raichu Charizard. Yeah, as I said, I'm not really sure if I'm good enough already with that team to face like very good opponents. And Keyboardum definitely one of the better players that are around on Showdown. So let's see what I can do here. He likes to lead Raichu and Charizard against my Kangaskhan teams, but I'm not really sure what he would do against a team like this. Rotom H definitely very important in this matchup. However, I definitely have to take care of that Raichu since, yeah, obviously Lightning Rod. Terrakion also nice. And I know from Lega that he thinks that his team has like a very good Charizard matchup. Because with Salamence, Rotom, and Terrakion, you have very strong options to deal damage to Charizard. And yeah, just overly strong matchup. However, I'm not even sure if I want to pick Salamence right here, because he has Raichu, Heatran, Sylveon, Cresselia. Yeah, maybe Heatran, maybe Kangaskhan is the better choice here after all. And then I do need something next to it that can, so that I can like beat the Raichu Charizard lead somehow. I could just put Terrakion next to it, I think. But then Cresselia and Landorus are annoying to deal with. Hmm. Yeah, Rotom doesn't really work because of Lightning Rod. Melodic? Yeah, but bringing Melodic against Sun is always like kinda tough. I guess I'll just go with the Terrakion. But then we don't have Aegislash. This is probably not optimal. Aegislash or Melodic? Yeah, we go with Agi, I guess. Okay, yeah, I don't really know what to bring here. I probably ask Matthias what he would have done here, but this really doesn't look optimal against Raichu Charizard. I mean, Terrakion, probably nice, but maybe I should have let, like... Hmm. I don't even know, Terrakion and Rotom, probably? But I really don't know what to expect. Okay, and he leads with his Charizard Raichu lead, so I'm pretty sure that this Charizard has Tailwind. And I'm also pretty sure that he might just go for, like, Protects or something. So maybe I should try and capitalize on that, but I don't really know what to do. We want to keep the Sash on Terrakion, but he could also, like, always expect, for example, Quick Guard to come out here. I'm debating whether to Mega Evolve Kangaskhan right now or not, because, I mean, I do have Inner Focus, but I'm not sure if he would Fake Out right here, as he would definitely expect me to have some kind of plan, I guess. So I could just go for, to try and knock out the Raichu, I guess. But then if he just goes for a Tailwind, we'd be in trouble. I still think, though, this might like turn out pleasant for me. But let's see. Ooh, and he Mega Evolves Charizard. So maybe I did a bad play after all. Maybe he really wants to go for the Encore and faked out my Terrakion. I don't know. I'm not even sure if people would expect Terrakion to have Quick Guard nowadays. Yeah, but this Terrakion obviously has Earthquake, so no Quick Guard for me. Now let's see. And he just goes for the Fake Out. Onto the Terrakion, okay. So, yeah, bad move on my end probably. Oh, but Kangaskhan avoids the Heat Wave. Yeah, I really wanted to get rid of that Raichu, and I was expecting him to probably protect Charizard, and then, I don't know, but maybe, like, he probably just doesn't have any move he can use with Raichu, like, no Nuzzle or anything, and he's not even Focus Sash. Maybe, did I miss a Balloon or something? I'm not sure. But, yeah, I don't really know. I think our situation, though, is not that bad. I mean, obviously Landorus comes in right now, but I can still go for Double Edge and Rock Slide into Charizard, I guess. Rotom, pretty nice right now, I guess. Or I could switch Kangaskhan into Rotom. I think I'll do that and just go for Rock Slide. I'm not sure if he's just Scarf or not, but I guess we'll find out right now. So if he like protects and Earthquakes, I can bring in Kangaskhan the next turn, and he's Scarfed and just goes for the Earthquake. Okay. So yeah, not the mon you see too often these days, or like not the item. I mean, you see Landers pretty often, and he probably doesn't have Tailwind on this team, so maybe that's where my like mistake in thinking comes from. So I'll bring in Kangaskhan, and I honestly might just try to go for a knockout in the Landers right here. However, he might also just switch out. I mean, he's locked into, you know what? He's locked into Earthquake. Now let's think. What would you bring here? He has Cresselia, Sylveon, or... Heatran in the back. Hmm. Yeah, that's also something if you like play with a new team. Even if you make like good moves or like I don't know, like even if you play well, sometimes you don't know how other people would play against it, and then you don't know what they would have in the back. Like I'm not sure if you would bring Heatran versus this team, because I'm really tempted to just low kick the Landorus right now, but I'm not sure if you would bring Heatran, you know, because I don't know, this team has Terrakion and Rotom and Melodic. However, yeah, you know what? I think I'll go for a low kick. Yeah, I low kick that Landorus. Show me that Heatran. And it is Heatran. Nice. Okay. So as long as we and Heatran has the balloon. Okay, so yeah, I would expect him to go for a Protect here if he'd switch, but I didn't want to go for like Thunderbolt and also into the Landorus slot since yeah, low kick should pick up the KO. And nice. Okay, so we get the KO right here. Pick up the Heatran, and so we're up 3v2, but yeah, Landorus' Choice Scarf probably going to lock himself into Rock Slide at this point. However, we still do have Aegislasher in the back. Now, we can win this battle as long as we get rid of the Charizard, and then we have Aegislash and we just win. Yeah, having Melodic instead of Aegislash would have been nice, because I could have switched Rotom to Melodic and low kick, and then he'd be forced to switch in Landorus against Melodic, but yeah, I went to go with the Aegislash, so Sun is over at some point too, so that's also something to keep in mind. I could protect Rotom and just sacrifice Aegislash, and then bring in Kangaskhan again. But then I think it would come down to a speed tie. Yeah, but there's not really any answer I do have for Rock Slide Heatwave at this point. Yeah, I think I have to sack Aegislash. Because I'm guessing his Charizard is timid. I mean, he outsped my Jolly Kanga the first turn. And there's not really any point in outspeeding that and then not going for timid max speed. Unless you're satisfied with like just jumping over Jolly Landorus. So we do see the Rock Slide here. And the Heat Wave. So goodbye Aegislash. Ooh, but it hangs on. Okay, clutch special defense EVs. Yeah, Matthias is using quite a few EVs in special defense to help with like opposing Aegislash, Hydreigon, and as it seems also Charizard. And yeah, since he's timid, we were able to live that. Okay, so now I can go for the White Guard. But what do we do with Rotom? Yeah, I guess just go for the Charizard. I mean, he could go for Overheat right now. But even if he did, then he would be at -2. And yeah, since we know Landorus' Scarf, he probably goes for the Solar Beam on the Aegislash. Okay, interesting play. But we'll be able to get a Thunderbolt on the Charizard, and then next turn, since Sun should be over if I didn't miscount. Ooh, but that is a critical hit, and we do get the knockout. Okay, so what I wanted to do next turn is, yeah, Sun is over now. I could have just faked out the Landorus and also overheated it. Yeah, what was I thinking? Yeah, he could have KO'd me with overheat if he has it and doesn't have Tailwind. But okay, if we didn't get the crit, we could fake out the Landorus. He would probably overheat me, and then we could Sucker Punch the Charizard. Yeah, we don't really have to. We could just Double Edge the Landorus and then Sucker Punch the Charizard, because we should be able to live -2 outside of Sun Overheat plus any attack basically, plus like Rock Slide. Yeah, I think even without the crit, we'd be in a pretty decent position. Oh no, wait, yeah, it would have been outside of the Sun, so Overheat probably wouldn't even have KO'd the Rotom. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So then we could have just gone for the Landorus and then Sucker Punch the Charizard. Okay, yes, makes sense. So either way, nice victory right here against a strong team. We did get that nice low kick into the Heatran switch in, which was a little bit lucky and maybe a little bit overeager. Like maybe I overextended like a little bit because um, I'm not really sure if it was necessary for me to go for that risk, but I think it was also pretty like mm, how to put it? Like it made sense for him to bring Heatran, and I like if he didn't have Heatran, then Aegislash would have been like a better pick, you know, like would have done more work. Like if he switched in Cresselia, all I need to do is take care of the Charizard again, and then Aegislash is better, or like just wins. So yeah, same for Sylveon. So I think yeah, going for the low kick was yeah, a play that makes sense. So anyway, another 2 victories in this episode. Thanks so much for watching. There will probably not be a video tomorrow since I'll do other stuff, but if you enjoy the series, yeah, show your support by leaving a comment or like. Also tell your friends about it. I am currently like some words about like if you don't care, you can just go. Bye, see you. But like some words about what I plan on doing with this channel. Um, like until now I didn't really make like any big like advertisements about my videos on like Twitter or anything. Like what I did was just post like 1 tweet per video, but I'm really hoping that once the new rules come out for WGC 16 and once that I like finish my UK Nationals report that is still in editing, I will like make like topics on like Nugget Bridge and like post about this channel and ask friends if they could share it and so on. So then maybe like more people will be aware of this, because